when you choose your flowers, whether it be the grocery store or farmer's market, if you're buying by the bunch, just a couple quick tips on how to prepare them, how to condition them, how to hydrate them, all very important in the lifespan of a flower. So typically they will come in a bundle of 10 stems. These are Fuji mums, and I can tell they're slightly dehydrated. They've just come in off of a truck from Miami. And so a little bit of a tip. If something comes with a wrapper around the head of the flower, it's good to leave it on until it's hydrated. What you want to do is strip the leaves, and that allows for the water to go straight up the stem and reach the flower head first. The water will reach whatever it gets to first. So if you strip the leaves off, then the water will go directly to the top of the flower, hydrate it to its fullest. Once it's hydrated, you want to remove any kind of netting, and we're going to give it a little cut. So we're going to take the rubber band off. You want all flowers to have a little bit of air to just really hydrate. So what we'll do, and I use my hands, but you can use a knife, you can use scissors, and you just take most of the leaves off. I like to leave a little bit at the top just for the beauty of it. And we're going to give it a little cut. We're going to let it sit in there. And if you're in a hurry, which most people are these days, just do a couple at a time. Sometimes I'll hold them in my hand and strip them. I'll give them a little cut. At an angle, again, this allows for the most water, the largest increase of water if you cut a stem at an angle. So we're going to let those hydrate. Take some of these leaves off. And again, you don't want the leaves in the water. It builds up bacteria, causes everything to die faster. And if you choose, you can put just a little tiny splash of bleach, and that will help cut down on the bacteria. You don't need much. It's not going to kill the flowers, but you will see if you do over pour a little bit, the stems will lighten in color, but it typically will not hurt the flower. So again, here's another bunch. These are roses. Roses typically have thorns. So that's another thing. When working with the roses, it makes it a little bit easier to go ahead and de-thorn them. When you're working them into an arrangement, if they are covered in thorns, they tend to catch, and it makes it a little bit harder to design. So we're just going to take off a couple flower leaves. These aren't too bad. But any of the thorns, we're going to go ahead and cut them off. And again, sometimes I start to cluster them. Just for time. Take any thorns off, give them a nice good cut, sharp utensil on an angle, and allow for them to hydrate. There's one thorn, so I just take the thorns right off. One flower that tends to wilt quickly is a hydrangea, and they're a very southern flower. Cut them off the bushes when they're blooming, and I'm going to give you a little trick on how to rehydrate a hydrangea. If you have cut the stem and put it in water and it has not hydrated, you can do a little trick. You take the flower bloom and you literally submerge the bloom in water, and it is one type of flower that takes the water in through the petals, and so you leave it there for about an hour. And then when you take it out, it should be rehydrated. Give the bottom a fresh cut, and 80% of the time your hydrangea will come back to life.